Have you ever noticed how people say, time is money? It sounds smart, but the truth is, time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and earn it again, but once a moment of time is gone, it never returns. Every second that passes is a small piece of your life that disappears forever. Think about this. If you had only 1 year left to live, how would you spend your time? Would you still waste hours scrolling on your phone? Would you still spend days trying to please people who don't care about you? Number. You would live differently. You would value every minute. That's the secret of life most people never understand. Your time is your real life. And if you don't respect it, others will use it for their own goals. In this video, my friend, we will go deep into this truth. How to protect your time, how to spend it wisely, and how to stop trading it cheaply for things that don't matter. So stay with me till the end, because this one lesson can change your entire life. 1. Time is life, not just hours on a clock. Every single morning, without fail, the universe gives you a priceless gift. 24 fresh hours. It doesn't matter who you are, rich or poor, young or old, successful or struggling. You receive the same gift as everyone else. 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, or 86,400 seconds. That's your daily account of life. You can't save it in a bank. You can't borrow extra. You can't ask for a refund. The rule is simple. You either use it or you lose it. But most people don't understand this truth. They treat time like it's infinite, like it will always be there tomorrow. They say, I'll do it later, or maybe next week, or when I have more time. But those words are dangerous because every later costs you a piece of your life. Life is not made of years, it's made of moments. And every time you delay your dreams, your goals, or your growth, you silently trade away pieces of the only life you'll ever have. Imagine if someone gave you $86,400 every single morning and said, you can spend it however you like, but whatever you don't use will disappear at midnight. You would never waste it. You would spend every cent wisely. You'd invest it, use it, enjoy it. But my friend, you already have something more valuable than money. Time. Those same 86,400 seconds are deposited into your life account every day. Yet most people let them vanish without purpose. Scrolling endlessly, gossiping meaninglessly, worrying constantly, and doing things that add no growth, no peace, and no joy to their lives. Time is not just something that passes. It's your actual life moving forward. Every second that slips away takes a piece of your story with it. You can always make more money, rebuild a career, or fix a mistake, but you can never get a moment back once it's gone. That's why wasting time is not just losing minutes. It's losing life itself. So from today, remind yourself every morning when you wake up, my time is my life. Every minute counts. Use your time for creation, not destruction. For learning, not complaining. For growth, not regret. Because the truth is simple yet powerful. How you spend your time is how you spend your life. And once you truly understand that, you'll start living with purpose, urgency, and gratitude for every moment you have. 2. The hidden cost of distraction. We live in a world that is constantly competing for your attention. Every beep from your phone, every message that pops up, every new video, every breaking news headline, they all seem harmless. but together, they form an invisible trap. We call it staying connected, but in truth, most of us are just being constantly distracted. Distraction doesn't always look dangerous. That's why it's so powerful. It comes in small, innocent forms. A short scroll, a quick reply, a moment of curiosity. You tell yourself, it's only for a few minutes. But those few minutes quietly grow into hours. Then days, and eventually, years of lost potential. Let's be honest for a second. How often do you pick up your phone just to check one thing? And before you know it, 30 minutes are gone? You don't even realize how you got from one notification to another. You were just going to check something small. But somehow you ended up deep in a sea of endless posts and videos. That's not just lost time, my friend. That's lost focus, lost energy, and lost opportunity. Every time your focus breaks, it takes your brain several minutes to return to deep concentration. Imagine how many times that happens in a single day. It's not just a few minutes. It's your creative energy being drained, your clarity being broken, and your goals being delayed. What makes this worse is that it's not an accident. The companies behind your favorite apps know exactly what your time is worth, and they've built billion-dollar systems to capture it. Every design, every sound, every color is meant to pull you back in, because your attention is their profit. The longer you stay on the screen, the more money they make. They are not selling a product. You are the product. Your time, your focus, your mind. These are what they buy and sell. Every second you spend scrolling is a second they win, and you lose. So ask yourself, who owns my time? Because the truth is, if you don't control your attention, someone else will. And when they control your attention, they control your time. And when they control your time, they control your life. Distraction may look small, but its cost is massive. It steals not only your minutes, but your dreams. From today, make a decision to take your time back. Silence unnecessary notifications. Set boundaries. Create moments of stillness. Focus on what truly matters. Because a distracted mind cannot build a meaningful life. The one who masters their attention masters their destiny. Don't let the world steal your focus. Guard it like gold, because it is. 3. Stop trading time for things that don't matter. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trading their time for things that don't matter. Every day, countless people spend their precious hours chasing approval, attention, and comfort, believing that these things will make them happy. But in the end, they are left feeling empty, unfulfilled, and confused about why life feels so meaningless. The truth is, time is life. And when you give it away to things that don't build your soul, you slowly destroy your potential from the inside out. Think about how much time people waste just trying to look good in front of others. They spend hours choosing outfits, editing photos, checking likes, and worrying about what people think. They bend over backwards trying to fit in, please everyone, and be accepted. But no matter how hard they try, it's never enough. Someone will always criticize. Someone will always outshine. Someone will always have more. And at the end of the day, all that effort leaves them tired, not fulfilled. You can buy nice clothes, get thousands of likes, or win public praise. But none of that will ever return the hours you lost trying to prove your worth. Approval fades. Time doesn't. Others waste their time fighting meaningless battles, arguments that don't build their future, They spend hours debating, defending, and trying to prove that they are right, often to people who don't even care. They lose peace over opinions, destroy relationships over pride, and waste energy over ego. The truth is, being right won't build your life, but learning to walk away will. Every argument you engage in costs you time that could be spent on progress, peace, or purpose. Choose your battles wisely. Not everything deserves your response. And then there's comfort, the silent killer of potential. Many people trade their time for endless entertainment, gossip, or lazy habits that feel good for a moment but steal years from their dreams. They say, just one more episode, or just 5 more minutes, not realizing that comfort is quietly turning into a trap. Comfort gives you pleasure now, but pain later. Growth gives you pain now, but peace later. The choice is always yours. My friend, never trade your time, your life, for temporary pleasure or fake approval. Every minute you spend on what doesn't matter is a minute stolen from what does. Your goals, your growth, your health, your peace, your loved ones. You are not here to impress people or escape life. You are here to create, to build, to rise. Remember this truth deeply. What you give your time to, you give your life to. So spend it wisely, because nothing is more expensive than the time you waste. 4. The people who value time win. If you study the most successful people in the world, entrepreneurs, leaders, athletes, or creators, you'll notice something powerful. They don't have more hours in a day than you. They wake up to the same 24 hours, the same sun, and the same ticking clock. The only difference is how they value those hours. While most people treat time like something that just happens, successful people treat it like an investment, something that must be used wisely to create results. They know that every second they spend either moves them closer to their goals or further away from them. You see, time isn't just something to be spent, it's something to invest. When you invest time in learning, you earn wisdom that can change your entire future. When you invest time in discipline, you earn freedom. The freedom to live life on your own terms. And when you invest time in people who inspire you, you earn growth and perspective that push you beyond your limits. That's how great people become greater. They see time not as a clock ticking, but as a resource shaping their destiny. Meanwhile, many people waste time comparing their lives to others, complaining about what they don't have, or doubting their own abilities. They spend hours scrolling through social media, wishing they had someone else's success, instead of using that same time to build their own. That's why success often looks unfair. But it's not. The difference between those who win and those who stay stuck is how they use their 24 hours. Winners guard their time like treasure. They don't let just anyone or anything take it from them. They say no more often than they say yes, because they know that every yes to distraction is a no to their dreams. They plan their days with purpose. They wake up knowing what matters most and focus their energy there. They don't fill their schedule with busyness. They fill it with meaning. To them, time is not something to kill. It's something to honor. The people who value time always win because they live intentionally. They don't let life happen to them. They direct it. They understand that once time is gone, it never returns. Money can be lost and regained. Opportunities can be missed and found again. But time, once gone, is gone forever. So if you truly want to change your life, start by changing how you see your time. Treat it like gold, because in truth, it's worth more. Every minute is a piece of your future. Protect it, invest it, and use it with wisdom. Because those who value time don't just get ahead, they build a life that matters. 5. The illusion of later. One of the greatest lies we tell ourselves, perhaps the most dangerous one, is this: I'll do it later. It sounds harmless, even logical. You convince yourself that there will always be more time. Next week, next month, or next year. You say you'll start when you feel ready, when things are calm, or when you finally have the perfect moment. But that later never truly arrives. Life moves forward whether you act or not, and one day you'll wake up and realize that the perfect time you were waiting for has silently passed you by. The truth is, life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Doesn't pause so you can figure things out. It keeps moving second by second, minute by minute. And the longer you delay taking action, the more you lose. Not just opportunities, but something much more important: confidence, energy, and belief in yourself. Every time you delay, you send your mind a quiet message that says, "I can't." And the more you say it, the more you start to believe it. Think about how many dreams have died because someone said, "I'll start tomorrow." How many goals faded away because people kept waiting for the right time? Tomorrow always seems safer because it feels far away from discomfort. But tomorrow is not guaranteed, and waiting for the right time is just fear in disguise. There is no perfect time to start anything. There is only now. This moment, this breath, this decision. Every great achievement in history began not with perfect timing, but with imperfect courage. Every day you delay, your dream gets one step further away. But every day you act, even in small ways, you get one step closer. Progress doesn't require perfection. It only requires motion. 1 hour of action is more valuable than a week of planning. One step forward is worth more than 100 thoughts about moving someday. My friend, stop waiting for someday. Because someday is a lie people tell themselves to feel safe. It's a word that hides fear, procrastination, and self-doubt. But you are not here to wait. You are here to live, to create, to grow. Your time is not next year or next month. Your time is now. Right here, right in this moment, you have everything you need to begin. Don't let the illusion of later steal your life away. Act today, no matter how small the step, because every action you take today shapes your tomorrow. And when you stop waiting for later, you finally start living your life for real. 6. Protect your time like it's sacred. Your time is the foundation of your destiny. It's the invisible thread that connects your present to your future. Every minute you spend is a piece of your life that you will never get back. That's why protecting your time isn't just a productivity habit. It's an act of self-respect. You must learn to treat your time as something sacred, something too precious to waste on meaningless things or meaningless people. Think about it. People lock their doors to protect their money. They hide their passwords to protect their privacy, but they give away their time freely. Scrolling endlessly, gossiping, procrastinating, doing things that bring no value to their future. The truth is, most people don't lose their dreams because they lack talent or intelligence. They lose them because they waste their time on things that don't matter. To protect your time, you must build boundaries, strong and clear ones. Boundaries are not walls that keep people out. They are gates that decide what comes in and what stays out. Say no to people who drain your energy, no matter how close they are. Say no to distractions that promise quick pleasure but steal your long-term focus. Say no to your own excuses. Those little voices that say, just one more video, or I'll do it tomorrow. Create what I call focus zones in your day. Sacred hours when you do your most important work. During these hours, silence your phone, turn off notifications, and let the world wait. The world will always want your attention, but your goals need it more. When your attention becomes focused, your time becomes powerful. 1 hour of deep, undistracted work is worth more than 10 hours of multitasking. Multitasking may make you feel busy, but it doesn't make you productive. It divides your mind and weakens your impact. True progress comes from full presence, being fully engaged in one thing at a time. That's where creativity, excellence, and flow are born. And remember this: every time you say yes to something, you are automatically saying no to something else. Time is a trade. You trade hours for activities, moments for memories, and days for direction. So before you agree to anything, ask yourself, is this worth a piece of my life? Because that's exactly what you're giving away. If it's not worth it, walk away. Protect your time like it's sacred, because once it's gone, it never returns. And in the end, the way you spend your time will be the way you spent your life. 7. The true wealth. Time freedom. Most people spend their lives chasing financial freedom. They work hard, save, invest, and plan, all with the hope that one day they will have enough money to feel secure, comfortable, and happy. But here's a question few people ask themselves. What good is money if you have no time to enjoy it? What value does a luxurious lifestyle have if you are too busy to breathe, too exhausted to think, too distracted to feel joy, or too stressed to appreciate what you have? Money can buy comfort, convenience, and security, but it cannot buy the most valuable thing in life: time freedom. Time freedom is the ability to live your life on your own terms. It is waking up with a sense of peace, not pressure. It is choosing how you spend your hours, not letting the world dictate them. Time freedom is not just about leisure. It's about purpose. It's doing work that fulfills you, rather than work that only pays you. It's spending your days intentionally, with meaning, rather than drifting from one task to the next in mindless motion. People who have time freedom are rich in a way money cannot measure. Rich in experiences, rich in growth, and rich in joy. But here's the truth. You cannot buy time freedom. It cannot be purchased at a store or downloaded as an app. You earn it with the choices you make every day. You earn it by saying no to distractions that steal your attention and energy. You earn it by saying yes to discipline, to focused work, and to habits that build your future. You earn it by investing your time in what truly matters: your health, your growth, your relationships, and your purpose. Time freedom is not given. It is created. And the sooner you start protecting your time, the sooner you will experience this kind of wealth. Financial freedom can make life comfortable, but time freedom makes life meaningful. It allows you to enjoy your money, your success, and your accomplishments fully. It allows you to spend your life consciously, with gratitude and intention, rather than letting it pass by unnoticed. Remember this truth. True wealth is not measured by how much money you have, but by how much time you control. Your freedom, your happiness, and your growth depend not on your bank account, but on how well you manage the most valuable currency you have: your time. Protect it, invest it, and use it wisely, because when you control your time, you control your life. And that, my friend, is real wealth. 8. Your time tells the truth about your priorities. Take a moment to look closely at your daily routine. Where does your time really go? The answer is revealing because your schedule reflects your true priorities, whether you realize it or not. We often tell ourselves what matters. We say, "I want to get fit," or "I want to be successful," or "I want more freedom in my life." But if your actions don't match your words, your time exposes the truth. For example, you might say your goal is to get fit, but if most of your hours are spent scrolling on social media, binge-watching videos, or lying on the couch, what does that really say? It says that scrolling matters more than movement, that distraction matters more than discipline. Your intentions may be good, but your time shows what you truly prioritize. Similarly, you may claim you want financial freedom or success, but if you spend hours watching others achieve their dreams or complaining about your circumstances instead of building yourself, your time tells the honest story. Your focus is elsewhere. Time never lies. Unlike feelings or words, which can be misleading or temporary, time exposes reality. It shows what you give energy to, what you invest in, and what you care about most. Every hour you spend on an activity, good or bad, is a reflection of your priorities. Your calendar, your habits, and your daily choices are a mirror of what truly matters in your life. That's why it's crucial to take an honest look at how you use your time. If your schedule doesn't align with your goals, it's time to make a change. You cannot expect a new life while holding on to the same old routines. Real transformation starts with realignment, making your daily hours reflect your true ambitions. Small adjustments in how you spend your time can lead to massive changes in your life over weeks, months, and years. Every successful person you admire had to learn this lesson. They had to reassess how they spent their time before their life could change. They replaced wasted hours with purposeful action. They invested in themselves, their skills, their goals, and their vision. You will have to do the same. Take control of your time, because it is the clearest indicator of your priorities. If you want a life of achievement, health, and peace, you must align your minutes, hours, and days with your intentions. Look at your time honestly. Make it reflect your dreams. Because how you spend your time today is the life you will live tomorrow. 9. Build a relationship with time. Most people live in one of two ways with time. They either fear it or they ignore it. They panic when deadlines approach, or they drift through hours and days without noticing how quickly life is passing. But there is another way, a path that leads to clarity, growth, and purpose. Building a relationship with time. The wise don't fight time, and they don't waste it. They respect it. They schedule it. They treat it as a friend, not an enemy. Start seeing time as your silent teacher. It speaks to you in moments, showing you what deserves your energy and what does not. Time teaches patience when growth is slow, discipline when distractions are high, and focus when you are scattered. Every moment you use wisely becomes a seed for growth. Every wasted moment is a lesson, one that reminds you how precious life truly is. Those who master their time listen, observe, and act deliberately. You can start building this relationship in simple, practical ways. Wake up early and take a few quiet minutes to reflect. Talk to your time. Ask, how can I make you proud today? Think about how you want your hours to be spent. On growth, learning, creation, or meaningful connection. Let your time guide your decisions and treat each moment as an opportunity rather than something to be taken for granted. At night, take a moment to review your day. Be honest with yourself. Ask, was my time spent on growth or distraction? Did I invest it wisely, or did I let it slip away in meaningless activities? This reflection is a conversation with time itself, a way to understand its rhythms and how it responds to your choices. Over weeks and months, this practice creates awareness and a sense of control that many people never experience. The more you engage with time intentionally, the more your life begins to feel clear, directed, and powerful. You stop feeling like life is happening to you and start feeling like you are living it with purpose. You understand that every action matters because every second spent is a choice. Because here's the truth. When you master time, you master life. Time is the ultimate currency, the ultimate teacher, and the ultimate measure of your legacy. Build a relationship with it. Respect it, listen to it, and guide it. Treat it as a companion on your journey, and it will reward you with focus, growth, and a life lived fully. The friend you make with your time today will determine the life you live tomorrow. 10. Final words. Your time is your life. My friend, at the end of your life, you won't remember how many likes you got on social media, how many hours you spent working, or how many things you owned. What you will remember are the moments you truly lived, the times you laughed until your stomach hurt, the times you loved deeply, the times you created something meaningful, the times you learned something that changed you, and the times you grew as a person. That is what your time is meant for. Not merely to survive, but to live fully. Too often, we trade our time cheaply, giving it away to people, habits, and distractions that don't deserve it. We convince ourselves that small moments of mindless activity don't matter, but they do. Every second spent without purpose is a second lost forever. Your time is your life, and how you use it is the single greatest measure of your priorities, your values, and your potential. On my channel, English Achieve, I always remind you that life is not just about passing hours. It's about creating meaning with each one. Each day you wake up is an opportunity to invest in yourself, your mind, your soul, your skills, and your purpose. Every choice to act with intention, every refusal to waste your hours on what doesn't matter, is a step toward the life you dream of. Every day you live with awareness is a day you win. Every moment used with purpose brings you closer to growth, fulfillment, and the vision you hold for your life. Time is the ultimate currency, and unlike money, it cannot be earned back once it's spent. That is why it is more precious than anything else in the world. Remember this clearly. You don't own time. Time owns you. But here's the good news. You can choose how to spend it. You can guard it, invest it, and use it to build a life worth remembering. Spend it wisely, live it deeply, protect it fiercely. Because your time is your life, and life, my friend, is far too precious to waste. Treat every moment as sacred, And you will not just survive. You will thrive. Your life is a story written in seconds, minutes, and hours. Make sure every chapter is one you can be proud of.